Hey guys, it's Graham. What's cracking? It is really cold outside, and this is my review of the 10th Jack Reacher book called The Hard Way. I like that title, and when you get to the part of the book that explains it, it's pretty cool and it's somewhat unexpected. That being said, after 10 of these books, I feel like it's gotten kind of stale. I liked the first couple of them, and then it started to taper off, and then there's this repetitive quality to it where um, I've lost some of the tension that's necessary to keep these interesting. Only because the great big question marks in it are not really question marks. Like, one, you know that Reacher's not gonna like die or be permanently maimed or injured or altered or anything. And so I'm not super concerned about something happening to him. And also, if there's ever the prospect of a romantic entanglement, he already had one that lasted two, maybe three books and then gradually phased itself out. And because of how that one ended, like there's really no threat of him getting another girlfriend or something and having something that's going to last a while. So because of that, like you know that there's going to be that reset to zero plus the rushed ending, and that just makes it hard to get invested, I guess, in a serial. Now I understand that there is comfort in being able to pick a book up and like you can kind of expect it to be something and then it delivers that while also giving you something novel along the way. I think I'm just past the part where this series is what I am looking for. This book was still fine. We start out with Reacher getting hired by somebody to do a job to solve a kidnapping / ransom. And for the first half of the book, he scratches at that itch and tries to figure out what to do about it. And then, kind of around the halfway point, the tables are flipped. He finds out that there's something else going on. And in the end, he solves the problem. We've got a bad guy who's definitely bad. He's maybe not as compelling or novel as previous villains in the series, but this guy's definitely a POS. He threatens an 8-year-old girl with something just absolutely like, ugh, like it makes your skin crawl to think about it. And like, yeah, no, find this dude and just put a bullet in his head. And when that whole arc comes to a resolution, you're like, okay, yep, satisfied. Lee Child kind of was too because of how rushed the ending was. I'm not going to swear off this series and say, like, oh, I'm done. I've just got no haste to get around to reading more of it, especially because the next book in the series was the basis for season 2 of the Amazon Prime show, which, like, the first season was really good. The second one was fine. I felt like it kind of lost steam as it went, but it still gave you plenty of moments that were enjoyable enough to watch. And I really liked the characters. I liked seeing him pick up with his old squad, and they got to go saddle up and solve a case again together. Like I like that aspect of it, and that right there is, I'll say, novel enough for a new beat in the overall series. I wonder if later books in the series kind of capture that, but I have also heard that he brings in either his brother or his son. I can't remember who Andrew Child is, but he starts kind of co-writing them with another family member, and there's some like sketchiness to it. Like you can tell that there's a new writer, and he's trying to figure out what to do, and but he gets more solid as he goes. There's like 30 books in this series. I started reading them again after season 2 of the show. I watched season 1 and season 2 around the same time. No, there was maybe a year apart between them. But the point is, like, they're fine. They're good for what they are. But I'm at the point where I feel like they're just kind of repetitive, and I'm not chomping at the bit, champing at the bit, whatever, to get back to them. I think the previous one, number 9, and I've already forgotten the title, was the basis of the movie, the first Tom Cruise movie that they did, where he's got to, come in and clear the name of a sniper who did some bad things in the service and then gets pinned for something bad in civilian life for a mass shooting. but he ended up not doing it, and Reacher's got to clear the guy's name. He's like, yeah, he did something bad in the army, but here are the particulars that nobody knows about. And he finds out something else is going on. I saw that movie before I had read any of the books, and I didn't really have an idea of what Reacher was supposed to look like or what he was about. It just looked like a cool thriller with Tom Cruise in it, and it was. And he definitely made the books more visible to people. But Jack Reacher, by definition, is just massive, like 6'5" and 250 pounds, just this wall of muscle. Tom Cruise is a good actor. He is not. He is not a Jack Reacher. But because I was familiar with the story and what the surprise was going to be and what the twist was going to be, which is a signature element of every Reacher book, I don't think I finished number 9. So really, I've only read 9 of these now that I've read number 10, and I'm not all that motivated to go read number 11 because I've had discussions with friends of mine who are adamant readers of the series, and they told me a couple of things that were changed for the TV show, but ultimately the book follows those major beats. They changed some settings and stuff, like the book takes place kind of in LA, and then they have to go to Vegas, and there's some casino shenanigans. The TV show, it takes place in New York, and then they go to New Jersey for casino shenanigans, but it's just, it might have been like a filming location thing, but like whatever. It's fine. It's good, simple entertainment. Big, strong man, punch bad guy, kill other bad guy, sleep with beautiful woman, the end. Like it gives you what you want. The dialogue gets quippy here and there. There's good camaraderie between the actors. The show it's definitely a lot cussier than the books are, but overall, like it's fine and it's reliable. I will admit that I was bored with the last 2, maybe even 3 times that I've gone to read books in these series, and I don't want to feel that. I'm not gonna sit here and like try to convince you to like, oh yeah, go check out this book. Like, oh, when I was bored, like it's fine. It's not bad. I'm just not that interested in continuing onward. But that's. Why did I pick it up? Well, I realized I've been reading a lot of nonfiction lately. I did read The Dinosaur Hunter, but my fiction pickings have been kind of slim, and that's when I remembered it's been a while since I've grabbed a Reacher novel. So I was like, well, I'll check this one out from the library and give that one a try to kind of break up the rhythm, and well, here we are. So I got a couple of other pieces of fiction to read this week, and then I've got a biography on Caesar Augustus from Adrian Goldsworthy that I need to check out. I think I've started like the first hour of it on audio, but again, like it was a nonfiction and I needed to catch a break. So this will probably be the last Reacher review that I do in a while. Season 3 of the show is airing next month, February of 25, and I've heard that one is based on the 7th book in the series, which had a pretty cool setup. There was a bit of a what do they call that? Like a stolen prologue, where you get into the series. Well, no, it's not a stolen. It's something else. It's like the series starts out one way, and then there's a quick reveal about a quarter of the way in, like, oh, something else is going on here. And it's the one where famously Jack Reacher has to fight somebody who's even bigger than he is, and they went and found this 7-foot Dutch bodybuilder to play this character. Big strong man fight even bigger, even stronger man. Oh my! I'm sure I'll catch it. It's good entertainment. It's kind of simple entertainment. So I'm enjoying it for what it is, but I'm not going to sit here and hype it up and make it into something that it's not. Okay, so I've also got to do a couple of Longmire episode reviews over on the second channel at Graveyard Graham. So go subscribe to that one if you want to see those. But yeah, probably 3 stars to The Hard Way. I like the title, and maybe in like another year I'll get around to book 11 or 12. I'll probably skip 11 and go straight to 12, because you can with this series. There's really not a whole lot that carries over from one book to the next. Anyway, drive safe. See you out there.